exercise, Weight Watchers, and weight loss. That's today's topic, so stay tuned. Hello. I realized about a week ago that I've never really made a video about exercise. And so that's what my topic's going to be about today. I've already tried making this video once and it didn't work out. So hopefully today it will be much better. Back in 2013, as I've explained several times, I had developed some ankle and foot issues that made me have to wear a boot. That pretty much is what made my mind up that I had to lose weight. I knew that I was over 200 pounds, not exactly how much, but I knew that I was, and I began to sort of watch what I was eating because I just knew that it would get better if I took some of this weight off. And in my 30s, I had been what I've always called a power walker. Now, it didn't make me lose weight, but it helped me maintain the weight that I was at, which was still somewhere around 25 pounds overweight, maybe even 30. But I enjoyed doing it. You see, my driveway is almost a half-mile long. So I could walk and get the mail and come back and just be about 1/10 of a mile short of walking a mile just to get my mail. So in the late 80s and the early 90s, I did a lot of that and really enjoyed it. I mean, it was cathartic for me. But in 93, I had an injury to my knee that pretty much put a stop to me being able to walk with any kind of regular gait. I do believe that that did contribute to some of my weight gain. In 2013, I was actually afraid that pretty soon I would be in a wheelchair. Now that will give you incentive to lose weight. I started Weight Watchers in January of 2014. As I've stated so many times, I was not able to do any exercise at that time. I mean, I couldn't walk up steps. I could barely walk around the house to do housework. So it was strenuous for me to even get around. Now, by the time March or the 1st of April rolled around, I had lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 pounds. And because of just that little of amount of loss, I was able to get around a lot better. And I realized that it was probably time for me to walk some. We go to Florida, or we used to go to Florida quite often, about once a month, and we had a great place down there to walk. It was very level. It went around in a circle in the neighborhood, and I want to think that it was about a mile long. I had a route that I could do to where I knew what a mile was. So that's what I started doing. I guess it was probably the 1st of April. Now the first week I did it, I barely got a block in. I walked what would have probably seemed about like a half a block, and I had to turn around and come back. And I was proud that I got that done. But by the end of that week, I was walking almost completely around. I did go almost halfway anyway, and because I went halfway, it was close. When I would turn around and go back, it was close to being a mile, and I was proud of that. Then when I came back home, I began to walk some more. I still was not able to walk down to my mailbox and back because it's not down to the mailbox, it's coming back that I couldn't do because it's probably 3/4 of it is uphill, and so I wasn't able to do it. But I was able to walk in areas that were flatter, that had just a little bit of an uphill walk, and I do feel like it helped me get in better shape. Now, did it increase my weight loss? No, it didn't. You know, I've never been a real big fan of organized exercise. I've always loved to walk, but I've never thought that it made me lose weight. I do think it helps me maintain what my weight is. That's pretty much my thoughts on exercise. It does help you maintain. It does help you feel better. But I really don't think that it helps you lose weight. You know, if you really had an organized exercise plan and was doing it 4 and 5 times a week, you might lose weight. But how long can you sustain that kind of exercise? I know I couldn't. As years have gone by, I have done so much damage to my feet, ankles, and hips. I'm very happy that I'm able to get around it all. There's been a time this year I was walking with a cane because of a hip issue. That's why I stress so often, if you're in your 30s, lose the weight now. Don't wait till you're in your 50s and 60s, because the damage is already done. And if you're like me, I love to walk, and I miss it. I truly do miss it. I think your best option is to lose that weight now. And I also believe your best option is to do it by food intake, because it is so hard to maintain the exercise program you would have to do just to take a few pounds off. It is good for you. It does sort of speed up your metabolism, but in the long run, I don't think it's sustainable. I still love to walk. I still get to some, and I hope you will do it some too. But don't beat yourself up because you're not able to exercise. The main thing you need to focus on is what's going in your mouth. And as time goes by and the weight drops off, you will be able to get in some exercise that will definitely make you feel better. But don't rely on it to make you lose weight. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, leave a comment below if you've got exercise ideas that a 66-year-old woman with a lot of leg issues could do. Please put them down in the comments. I'm always open for whatever I'm still able to do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.